All right, guys, shake and bake here. I got another story for you. A true story, and one of my favorites. And it's how I got into music, and more into classical guitar. Which I'm okay at. I'm going to tell you a story, and just like in gaming and other things, I may not be the best at it, or this is my attitude about, I guess, life. I'm not the best at it, or whatever. Other people say what they want, but if I enjoy it, at the end of the day, it's all that matters, and it's a positive thing, and I do. So what happened is, I went to a funeral. This is I was probably I guess, early 30s maybe. I've been going to way too many funerals of people I knew and, things that had happened. And I was sitting at a funeral of a coworker. And it just struck me. I thought, you're never too, and this is going to sound cliche, but you're never too old to learn new things. And I felt like I, in some ways, had become stagnant in learning something new. And I always loved music. And I especially loved, folk music, like Cat Stevens, I like this kind of like Bob Marley. Who else? Of course, when I'm trying to think of the names, they don't come up. Bob Dylan, kind of storytellers and that kind of guitar playing. And I had this idea that I'm going to learn to play an instrument and maybe even sing, that's scary. And so what happens is I tell my wife, she's like, well, of course, go for it. And she says, well, you got to get a guitar, right? So I have no clue what I'm doing. I do a little research, but I go basically start hitting pawn shops, right? And I go through a couple, and all I did was pretty much go in there. I think I'd learned, a couple chords, and just enough to get me in trouble. And I just would strum these guitars, and I wanted to see if it said something to me, I guess. And I went around and pulled all these different guitars down, man, and I had no clue what I was doing. Again, just enough pretty much to do, a C chord or something, G chord. And I get this one down, and it's $100 only. And I do a chord, I think. I don't know what it was, maybe. And it sounded good, I thought. I said, I'll take it, $100. It was acoustic guitar, so I thought. Had no clue what I was getting. Get it home. I get out, I think I wasn't using the internet back then for that kind of stuff. I think I got a book. Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. I get home. I think I'm going to start just jumping on it. Of course, it's hard as hell. I'm getting frustrated. I go to the prison library where I was working. And I go in there, and they had a staff section. And a really, really nice librarian. I asked her, I said, hey, you got any books on guitar playing, And she says, yeah, over here. And there's a book. It's a guitar playing for dummies, right? That was me. So I get the book, I go home, and, I'm trying to learn some chords and all that. And I'm a little rusty. I like little diddlies like that, little, especially songs like, I'll get back to my story, especially songs, this is from the 1600s. Oops. Oh, I'm screwing them all up. But songs like that fascinate me from, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that you could play those today, and it just fascinates me. Okay, so get home. I can't play. I get the book for dummies. My fingertips are hurting. I have no clue, and it's going horrible. I get frustrated. I go back to the library, the book. She says, how'd it go? How did the playing go, right? And I said, not that good. And basically I said, I am ready to give it up, right? She says, hey, my husband happens to be a guitar instructor. You want to try it out? I thought, okay, so what are the odds of this? You know, in a prison library, staff member, run into her. She says, hey, try my, sure, why not? I thought there's no chance. So one day I'm waiting for the appointment. It's about 1 in the afternoon, whatever, and I don't know what to expect. I've never done this before. Guy pulls up in his little VW Beetles at the flower in there, you know, just it gets that little skinny dude, got his little Italian loafers on, just real artsy fartsy looking guy, you know, comes in real nice, just feeling about him. Comes in the house, you know, he's like, hey, nice to meet you. And before he starts talking, he says, you know, hold on a second. He sets up and he gets out his guitar, right? Looks somewhat like this. A lot better, though. He puts a little footstool on the ground. What the hell's this footstool thing, you know? I don't know what that is. And he says, he gets the guitar and he sets it like I'm setting mine. And this guy, this guy commences to lay in it. And I can't remember what he's playing. It was something crazy, but it had a real Spanish sound, almost like this, too, you know? And I was blown. My jaw was on the ground. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it was coming from that guitar and that little dude, man. It was just amazing. Like, it was just crazy. He gets done. He says, what do you think? I said, blew my mind. Let's get to it. He says, let me see your guitar. So I said, well, I got this acoustic guitar here. And he looks, he says, that's not an acoustic guitar. He says, it's a classical guitar. So I didn't even know I had. So all these things are aligning. I picked out somehow on random a classical guitar. I run into his wife in a prison who happens to be the wife of this guy who's, guess what? A classical guitar instructor. Okay. And he's got a class guitar. I mean, this is all like out of a movie or something. And so he takes me under his wing, two visits a week, for an hour sessions. I know nothing about reading music, nothing. Nada, nothing. But I think one of the first songs we played together, and I'm gonna tear it up probably here, but just to give you an idea, it was called Vols. This one. Oh yeah. Vols. It ends with some harmonics down here on the, but it was a duet, and I learned that, and I was hooked. That was it. I mean, I was playing and playing and playing and playing, and I made 3x5 cards, how to read. I wrote a note on each one, and no matter where I was going, I had those note cards with me. And I was teaching myself how to read music. I mean, for a couple of years was just so into it. You know, I started performing in front of people. Not performing, playing in front of people. You know, which was scary as hell. I played once at a sandwich shop, the Packarding's Pound one, this one right here, and I could play it a lot better back then, but I love this song. But what I used to do, why I like that music, is I used to tell my kids to close their eyes. I'd tell them to close their eyes, and I'd play something like this. Wait, hold on. And I would tell them to close their eyes. Hold on. The reason is, I wanted them, when you close your eyes, it can make you, you start to think, you envision something behind the music, right? And I wanted them to think of a story that would accompany the music, right? And it was kind of fun doing that when they were littler. My thing I always played with them, I'll get back to the story, was this one. This one, I tell stories to them. And this one melody is all I ever did for years. And then I would make up stories. That's it. Over and over again. And I would say, there was a boy. He lived in the cabin down by the lake. And I would just make some crazy stuff around the time of the year. It was fun. So what happens is I go to this guy, but he's hardcore. He's awesome, dude. Him and I bonded as friends, actually, more than I think student teacher, but more as friends because I was older, and he mostly had younger students. But we'd have a cappuccino together. He'd lived in Italy and all that, and we would just most of the time play, but talk about life and all that. It was awesome. And man, he really pushed me. I mean, he pushed me. I would practice, think I was doing better, and then he would just hammer me when I show up. It was pretty amazing. I do miss that guy. But he was an amazing guitarist. I loved it. Amazing teacher for young kids. It was great. But that's kind of what happened. I have not played in years, as you can probably hear. But I'm going to try to. I'm trying to get back to it. I've been doing some scales lately, trying to get my fingers working again, because I do feel like it's been a friend to me. This guitar. It's been good for my kids, for them to have it, to hear it in the house. I've got one son who's an amazing saxophone player. And I'm hoping that, all those years I played when he was little and when he was in the womb, maybe influenced him, hopefully. But, man, he is brilliant. Maybe I'll put him up here at the end. Yeah, I'll end this video by sticking a video in of him. And, I mean, the guy can blow, man. And, a lot of times just improvises. He has one of those natural musical ears, man. I'm just so proud of him. I have another guitar over here. I do have a parlor guitar I found I like kind of things with character, whether it's a bike or my golf clubs or guitars or even my car. And I've got this old parlor guitar, bluesy kind of thing. Doesn't play that well. I want to get it fixed up one day, but I love that too as well. This is a Cordoba I have here, and it's it's beat to hell. I mean, it's got scratches a little bit here, not too bad, but just a classic guitar. It's a lot of fun. I'd love to hear your music stories, how you got into music. What do you like to play? What kind of instruments? And then we'll just, like I said, let me think of something else I could. I like this one. But I'm rusty, man. I'm really rusty. So, I'm not that good anymore. I used to be a lot better. That's just the first part of the song. It's called Romance. I mean, it's not that good, but I don't. Like I said, I don't care if you play either in the house by myself or with a glass of wine, whatever. And it's just relaxing. It's good for your brain too. It's good for your brain. Keeps your brain younger longer. Like I said, when I hear your stories, what do you play? And I hope you guys are enjoying these vlogs, what do you call it? I said vlog to my kids. They all laughed at me. I've got no clue what I'm doing, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm going to end this, transition it to my son's video, because, man, the dude can blow. So proud of you, buddy. Cheers, peace, guys. Hope you're having a great weekend. Again, put your requests below as far as what do you want to see in these future videos, and as far as vlogs go, or even in gaming. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am. It's a lot of fun. It kind of creates a record. I'm thinking more for my kids in the future if they ever wanted to see them down the road. Cheers, peace, guys. And let's go out with my man Cory on the saxophone. Okay, so here we go. Cory's going to be right here. He's the guy in the middle. He's about to jump up here. Here he goes, baby. That guy can blow too. All right, here goes Cory. Hold on. Glasses just went on. Here he goes.